Good day again, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tamashatan Tapalabun, and I am here to welcome you back to Pad Producers Adventures Project. And this is the second episode of the series. If you haven't checked out the first episode, be sure to check it out because I have demonstrated the basic components of the electronic music app Alchemy in that episode. There are some little minor details that are pretty important that I have left out in that episode, and I also wanna mention them here. As today we're going to demonstrate about how to make the basic music basically, like with the rhythm, melody, chord, and a little bit of sound effects and experimentation. These are the four things that you need. Like the rhythm is basically the backbone of the entire song. It is what keeps the music together, and chord is basically what provides the background of the music, while the melody gives flavor and a lot of seasoning for the music to make it more colorful, make it more attractive, make it more catchy. And experimentation is basically like a wild card in your hand that you can use to turn the tide and change the game around it. And so basically that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use a song that I have made for a documentary that I have associated with as an original score composer using the app of Alchemy that we have demonstrated earlier. And I'm going to use this song. It's called Begin Together, to basically demonstrate you how each component of music and that are created by the components of Alchemy can be worked together to make an actually solid song that actually works really well. So here we go. Alright, so first of all I'm going to show you how to access the song that you have saved from your composition that you have done earlier. So basically these are the songs that I have made. Some of them just sound clips for like my projects and stuff. And okay, so we're gonna use this track called Begin Together right over here, and here we are. Some tracks take a long time to load, some tracks take a really short time to load, and this is the song that we're gonna use for today. Alright, before we start looking at each section of a song, we're gonna take a look at a couple of details that we can do with the keyboard over here. So as you can see in the middle around here, you can see the BPM. It stands for beats per minute, so this is where you control your tempo. 120 beats per minute is basically the default tempo that you have, but you can increase it or decrease it to make the song faster or slower respectively. And so right now we're going to increase back to 140, which is the setting that I have set earlier for this particular track, and here we go. And the next detail is about how we can adjust the keyboard. What do we mean by adjusting the keyboard? So basically you can first thing to do is you can move around the piano like this to get the lower or higher chords and pitches that you want to use, and that's basically that. And another thing to mention is that you can also do this. You click this little lock over here, and then you can side to scroll, pinch to resize. So we can resize it, whoop, and make the chords look bigger, the keys look bigger, excuse me. So basically you can adjust the size of the keys that you want to use so that you can ignore the keys that you don't want to use, and makes the keys that you want to use a lot easier to press. Because trust me, this looks a little too stupid. It looks kind of like some cheap melody and you buy for your kids. But trust me, you want to do this when you make simple melodies and progressions. Because if you want to do something simple but you have this much chords and you need to like pinch it on an iPad, things can get surprisingly difficult. And when you keep and in your recording session, if you do like a note wrong, if you make one imperfect pitch, and then basically you have to start over again and again and again. So basically you want to keep things simple, all right? And that's one tip that I want to leave you before we get into the details of the song. We're going to take a look at the simplest layer of the song first. So let's take a look at layer 1. As you can see, we have only like 2 rooms of sound that we have created, and that I have created actually. And then we're going to start by just playing this layer only. As you can see, we have all the other layers completely muted. So basically we're going to start by doing this. Nice and simple, eh? Just keep things repeated on loop. And the notes are really simple actually. And as you can as I have mentioned you before, we can use this option of resizing the keyboard to like. Oh, this is a wrong sound, but whatever. And then make the clicking of the pinching of the simple melodies a lot easier. Next one is the chords. So basically this is where the background of your entire song resides. So you basically want to make it expansive, make it a little bit atmospheric, but not too much. Well, it depends on the mood that you're in the mood that you want to put in your music. But for my music, my song, this one in particular, this is the mood that I want to pull out. Just it's like, you know, tense piano chords. Keep it slow. Like I said, expansive. And then we're gonna, with the using this layer in conjunction with the first layer that we have made, it will sound like this. And now we start to see a bigger picture of the entire song. Now we're gonna skip to the fourth layer right now, which is the layer that I have made the rhythm. So they're basically like bass drums, basically. Hold on. Yeah, as you can see, just, you know, normal bass drums. Originally, I don't really want to put any drums into the track, but the director really suggested me to do it, insisted me to actually. So basically, I have to put some more drums to make the intensity of the music keep it in a little intense and a little more captivating. So basically, this is what the chord layer sounds like without drums. Remember? But now, with the fourth layer active, it's gonna sound like this. Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot more impact on several times. You see? As if there are more heartbeats into the song. Like I said, the backbone of the song, you really need it. And with the first layer, okay, so what about the third layer then? Normally I wanna keep the last layer for something really fun and interesting, not something basic or fundamental. So basically, I keep this one for the xylophone sounds, which can get really experimental around the very end. But first of all, like I wanted to start early on as a really simple backing up effect, but in the later part of the song, it's gonna be a lot more adventurous. So here we go. Fourth layer. And the first layer. And now with all the four layers combined, this is where the song truly shines. This is the default mode of the entire song. And this is where the song basically like gets cut off, and the documentary progresses on to another scene. And here we go, voila! This is a basic iPad song in action. So, how was the song? I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed the basic components that I have shown you of a song. So basically, like I said, you need a little bit of rhythm, you need melodies, you need chords, you need a little more sound effects and experimentation. And with these four components combined together, with your own imagination that you can manipulate with the Alchemy app, you can make an amazing song with just your fingertips, essentially, and also your mind and your heart. So, in the next episode, we're gonna go a little more crazy now that we know all the rules that we need to follow. Now it's time. Now the next time we're gonna break them a little bit, and I'm gonna use another song that I have created to demonstrate that to you about how artsy you can get with Alchemy app. See you then. Thank you very much for watching this episode.